Welcome back, everyone. Today we're actually working on the K20 for Carter's build. If you're new to this channel and you haven't been keeping up to date with what's going on, I'm gonna kind of catch you up to speed if this is your first time. Thank you for choosing this channel, and check out the playlist. It's the 96 EK K20 project or something. I forget what I wrote, how I put the playlist, but basically that's Carter. This is his K series. We're getting ready to drop this in his 96 EK hatch, and I'll go over the build real quick. What'd you say?
No, you good.
Okay, well, this is the K20A2 that we refreshed. So on that playlist, we have this motor we picked up used. We tore it all down, and then we rebuilt it from the bottom up. So it's got new bearings, new rings in it, all new hardware. As you can see, he just got this RBC put on it. If you guys have watched it, you can definitely see there's a lot of changes to it. Carter got a lot of stuff powder coated on it. So the RBC was powder coated, the valve cover was powder coated. This throttle body assembly, this is my original throttle body assembly that Carter's got now with the K-tuned adapter. The front timing cover, that was painted, right? That wasn't powder coated?
Painted.
That was painted. Post mount was powder coated. And then he's got the K-tune EP3 idler pulley, new tensioner, new alternator. And yeah, this is just a stock K20A2 with stock cams, right? I forgot.
It's OEM everything.
Yeah, it's all stock. It was a stock rebuild, basically. And this is going to go in his hatch. This was his subframe that we cleaned up last week, I think it was. So he's got his manual rack in there. This is an EG subframe with his manual rack. He's got new control arms, new bushings. He said you got new compliance bushings. And well, what we're going to be doing today pretty much is we got his harness. Where's that harness? I haven't even seen that new one. Or that other one you bought, the used one. We're going to be pretty much laying this over the engine. Yo, that looks a lot better.
Yo, come on. I ain't even pulled it out yet.
No, but I just said it looks a lot better. Yo, look at that charge harness.
Yo, stop. Yo.
Anyway, well, forget about the charge harness. But so we're going to take this engine harness. We're going to lay it on the motor today. And what we're going to do is just lay it out, plug all the sensors in. And once everything is where it's supposed to, well, the way the original harness was supposed to lay out, we're going to cut the whole loom off. And then we're going to start tucking harnesses and zip tying everything to where we want it. So that's on today's agenda. It's just going to be all wiring. We're probably going to pull the motor off the stand and mount the trans to it so we can get the reverse lockout and the speed sensor plugs plugged in. So that's what we're doing today. The K20 harness laid out right now, and we're just running the connectors to what we have. So Carter, he's going to just be labeling what each connector is for when I cut the whole harness open. I kind of know what each connector is supposed to go to. Like the TPS is not in yet, so you know we're going to mark it, but we're going to leave it. So like this right here, which would go to your evap stuff, we're going to put a mark on it so I know. But once I cut the harness open, this is one of those things I'm just going to pull the evap all the way to the back to where the ECU harness is, and like that wire would be pulled all the way back in case he ever needs it one day or something. He has it. This ground block right here where all the grounds meet up, I think it's a ground junction. Same thing. When I did it on my harness, this won't reach all the way because there's grounds coming from everywhere. So what I did was I pulled it and I found the wires that would cross over, cut it, and extended it so I could pull this all the way inside the car. And that's what we're doing right now. We're just going to label everything, lay it out. Once everything is labeled, then we're going to start cutting into this harness. I figure you guys are due for an update. I just kind of been working on this harness and I completely forgot to pick the camera up. So let me show you where we're at. So here's the wiring mess. I know a lot of people, they start getting intimidated when they just start seeing wires like this. But I'm going to try to explain how simple it really is. Obviously, all the loom was cut off. I started with the fuel injector side. So fuel injectors, they're all labeled so I know. I ended up running all the wires. This is our fuel injector harness right here. I split it. I just put a zip tie so I know what the split is. And it's coming up through the center, right up here. So through the center they all came here. What we decided to do is we're going to turn Carter's injectors sideways, like this. So we'll do all this like here. Basically kind of like how we did mine. You're not going to see the injectors, but all the loom is coming through the center. So this is pretty much done. You can see I got zip ties all over it. We're done on this side. Now I'm working on the map sensor TPS side. Oh, you have to drill your own hole in this? Alright, well, what I wanted him to do was to throw his intake on, because now I'm going to do the IAT right here. Wow, I got a major glare. I can't really see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm doing the IAT, and you can see how long the wire is. So I wanted him to do is mock his intake up, and then I'm going to see where we're going to put. I'm guessing we could do it somewhere on the back right here. So like, here, Carter, can you grab this? So as you can, go ahead, just pull it out. I want to see how long. All right, so this is how long it is. What we might do is somewhere like here.
Underneath, no? To hide it, or?
No, you could just put it right here in the back like this. And then what I'm gonna do is cut the rest of this loom off, and probably do something like this. So you can see I might go backwards like this, zip tie it all like that. That way we just shortened up this harness. So that's where we're at. Carter's got his header on. Let's see. Well, let's see what Carter's been doing back here. I haven't even seen. What kind of header is that? That's a Skunk 2?
Skunk 2 Alpha K-swap header.
Skunk 2 Alpha K-swap. Yo, this looks good, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to get a thumbnail picture of this. But the same thing. Carter's been cutting the loom up back here. He's been labeling everything. With the back section, there isn't really. Oh, I got a plug.
I got the easy side.
Yeah, there's not much we need to tuck. It just kind of stays the way it is. But he's just been cutting off all the electrical tape, so I can run the new loom on there. We're gonna run it over the valve cover, just kind of like the stock way. All these stay the same. Then we're gonna cut down here, cut the rest of this loom off, and I'll worry about this probably off the motor, because this whole section you can see all the yellow wires. A lot of them you can see are going to the right, which would be easy if all of them went to the right, because then I'd be able just to get this and pull it. But because there's a whole bunch going to the left as well, these are the ones that I end up cutting and then extending so I can pull this all the way down. If that makes sense. So let me finish. It gets confusing real quick, but when I'm done, you'll see. I'll give you guys another update. The harness is pretty much done. We got most of it all laid out. This wire, don't mind this. This is again one of those wires I was pulling back. This is your trans side right here. So this is all pretty much gonna stay the way it is. We just cleaned it up. This, where everything is all split in, we got zip tied the way it was gonna be. The way this is running down here, this is our connectors for our charge harness. But this is basically the idea of how the harness is gonna lay out now. You're just gonna have the bundle run over through the top right here, come down. All you're gonna see is this section right here. We'll make our quick connections here. And underneath we have our fuel injector harness, our ground, and obviously the charge harness is gonna plug right into this, and everything's gonna be under here. Here's the injectors. They're hidden. The ground bolt or the ground we're gonna put right in the center of the manifold. We're gonna try that out. And then yeah, then this side right back here, that's all clean. You're not gonna see much. I like the way it came out. I mean, what I'm probably gonna do now is unplug it all and compare it next to the original one right here, or a stock one that's not cut. And you can kind of see how it's gonna route the same, but it's just gonna be a little cleaner. And it's hard to see it, but I can picture it with the loom and everything, the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot nicer. I don't want to keep showing you guys the motor. I mean, you've seen it. We got it out in the light though, so you can see it better. But me and Carter were trying to brainstorm what's next. And Carter was saying you got to sand the bay, right?
Sand the bay.
He's got to sand the engine bay. That's pretty much what's coming up next. And I know I said this in the beginning of the video, but if you guys, definitely check out that playlist I have to bring you up to speed with what's going on with this whole.
Comment below if you want surgery to help.
With this, what'd you say?
Comment below if you want surgery to help sand.
I don't do body work. I don't do that.
That's crazy.
I don't do that. I'm helping you out with all this other stuff. Oh.
Wow. Let's just tally it up, right?
That pizza's coming back. Yo, I need a haircut so bad. I'm just looking at it right now, like it's so bad. So we're all right. So we're brainstorming. You gotta sand the bay. Once this is done, I'm gonna finish up the. Well, I'm gonna probably start with the headlight harness. I'm gonna do the headlight harness first.
I forgot you took that.
Yeah, it's in my garage. I kind of started taking it apart. I'm gonna start the headlight harness. Then once that's done, I'll do the engine harness. Oh, I gotta take that charge harness too, though, with the alternator plugs and stuff. It's right here on the box. I gotta loom that up, and then we gotta find some time to put your clutch on. Let's talk about everything else you got here. How about that? All right, because I know Carter got a plethora of parts right here.
Don't look over here.
you guys already saw his header, but what kind of clutch are you running? I see competition clutch. Was that a flywheel?
Come on, stop bringing competition. You know it's not competition.
I see competition clutch flywheel.
There's like a 5-pound flywheel right here.
And what is that, the 11 pound?
It's 11 pounds.
All right. 11-pound flywheel on the Exetti. What stage?
Stage 1, I believe.
Stage 1. I told you, get the Clutch Master Stage 3.
It wasn't on sale on K Series. Shout out to K Series. Free promo.
Yeah, free promo. Okay, so you got the. So we got to put a clutch on the header. That obviously
was it 1.5? I can't remember. This was a long time ago.
That's what I was saying in the last video, bro. It's like you just you get the stuff when you can. Here's his trans. What's that for?
For the transmission to the engine or whatever.
Oh, okay. The trans. Well, yeah, that's what I was just looking at right here. The trans. What is the final drive? A 5.
It's top secret.
It's top secret. Did we make a video of this?
You did. You probably told everybody my secret. It was like 5.
I don't remember. I think we tried.
Crazy.
I think we tried to make a video of this, and like it wasn't working, and I gave up. I don't remember. He's got a M Factory final drive in this. It's a
Gear X.
Oh, a Gear X. Sorry, Gear X final drive. It's like a 5-point something.
Something crazy.
We didn't change singles or nothing on that, right?
Just
bearings.
Something. Yeah,
oh, bearings. Yeah, because the bearings were a pain to pull out of this case.
Wasn't that bad.
And then you just painted it. You got the Downstar hardware all around. Carter's going with like this green and black theme. I see a big Skunk 2 box right there.
That's my exhaust.
That's your exhaust.
This. Clutch master cylinder, slave cylinder.
Oh, the slave.
I need a I want to run the K20 billet reservoir. You go talk to your peoples at K20. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But they want $80 for it. They don't dare. Like,
is this a power? No, this is your fuel kit, your fuel lines, right?
This is my fuel lines.
All right, sweet. So we got the fuel lines.
My.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Lost Fit. Got the LEDs.
Put these on eventually.
What else?
When I paint the wheel well.
Oh, those are upper control arms.
The control arms. Shout out to Skunk, cause they know what they doing, yeah.
Okay. Oh, those are the adjustable ones. All right. What else? Oh, you got a radiator right here.
Oh man.
CSF rad, full size.
That's gotta go in the refrigerator. I'm sorry.
Hybrid racing intake. They kind of saw that already. A whole bunch of other stuff down there. I think spare parts. Yeah, because I see like the box for the ACL bearings and stuff we put in it. Again, check
things that have to be there, like the rubber piece, the fork. This has to go on eventually someday.
Oh yeah, we got to clean all that up.
Clean.
Yeah, man, that looks dirty. We got to clean that up. I got the grease for all that too.
You got your old bracket for sale?
It's in the storage unit.
Here you go. Storage unit crap.
But it looks just like that. It's just less chipped because mine is painted, but it's chipping a little bit. Just paint that. You should have brought that to get powder coating. Oh, powder coating. Who did the powder coating? Quick Strip. Quick Strip did all the powder coating for the valve cover, the intake manifold, and brains fart. Post mount. Quick Strip does all the work for us. He's local.
Shout out to the Jersey.
Yeah, man, Jersey. You got
to rep. Home Depot will have another bracket because nobody sells this bracket.
What bracket?
For the sway bar.
Why would Home Depot have a sway bar bracket?
Just a random metal bracket. Like I should make it fit. Whatever. You know, I don't like how you just came at me. I don't like
why don't you just look on? Yo, who got a all right? Who's got a sway bar bracket for what? EK? Does it matter? EG, EK?
It does matter because EK doesn't have the sway bar.
Oh, okay. So inform me. So EG.
EG or DC.
EG or DC. I'll leave Carter's Instagram right here somewhere. Send him a DM.
I don't know if the newer EKs bracket would fit. I don't know.
I have no idea. But
96, 98 don't fit.
So it's going to be another one of those. We're done. We're kind of cleaning up right now. He's got to come back to my garage anyway. I got to give him some parts I have for this. I'll give you one last look at the engine and we'll close this video out. It's kind of the end of the day. Oh, almost died over here. So now that it's in the light, again, it's the same thing I've been showing you, but the only difference is this. Again, this is going to be pulled all the way in the back to run by the ECU harness. And once this is loomed, you guys will get a better look at it. But yeah, Carter painted this. He painted the whole block. He's got the hybrid racing block off right there. He's got it's a K20 water neck right here. Oh, this thing's loose. Oh no, it's supposed to swivel like that, right? That's right. Yeah, and that's it. We gotta get bolts. I got some bolts for him for this in my garage. I gotta get the plug for the RBC. Then once he gets the fittings, he's got to buy fittings for the radium
Where do you
rail.
buy that from?
These fittings?
Yeah. I'll check their website. They don't have like.
I might have a spare feed for those. Are 6
Well,
a.m.
we don't know.
Okay, so that's for the fuel filter up on the firewall. Yeah. So look, if this is a -8 ORB, I have a couple of these in my unit that I can. I'll get you one of those.
How do you know the size?
Usually the rails are all -8 orb, and then they go to like a -6 or -8 AN male side. So I have a -8 ORB to go to a -6 AN. We just got mad distracted trying to figure out this whole fuel rail setup because he's got a radium fuel rail setup, radium fuel pressure regulator, hybrid race and fuel lines like the swap kit, and they're all different fittings. And the pressure regulator he has is a multi-port regulator, which is like for super high horsepower applications. They have like 3 inlets, 2 drains, and so it was just a matter of figuring out what fittings we needed. I'm gonna go over that in a separate video when we get onto the fuel system, but that took like an hour just to figure that out. But I'm closing this video. There's enough talking in this video, and I know you guys are gonna want to see me loom this harness. I'm not looming it today. I gotta take my time on that, so I'm gonna try to make this a separate video on relooming this harness and the charge harness, so that way that'll be its own separate video. If you're new, I hope you subscribed. If you've been a subscriber, hit like on this video. We're really trying to grow the channel. We're home in quarantine, like it's been like a month in quarantine, so we're just getting on everybody's project cars. Kenny, I miss Kenny. I haven't seen Kenny in like a month. We gotta work on his Supra, one of the Supras. If you're watching this, Kenny, leave a comment or something. Let us know that you're still watching the videos, and I'll make it to your house soon. And that'll be more videos coming. It'll be Carter's swap, a little bit of my motor or my car whenever I feel like working on it. I still have to finish Jay's RSX, the one we did the manifold on. He still needs more parts. And then we also got Kenny's Supra that we need to do some work on. So there's a lot of cars coming throughout this whole quarantine. There's tons of content coming, guys. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Like the video, leave a comment. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay motivated, keep making those streets louder.